earlier today, I was thinking about why do so many teens and young adults feel lost after graduating high school? And as a recent high school graduate myself, I graduated in 2024. I can reflect back and see a lot of reasons why. And I wrote them down in my notes. So without further ado, let's get this open. For those who are new, my name is Lawrence. I'm a youth empowerment speaker. I go to high schools and youth organizations to help teens and young adults believe in themselves more, become more confident, improve their decision-making skills, and ultimately improve their life after and during high school. So, here are some of the reasons I came up with. From the age of 5, when you start going to kindergarten or first grade, whatever one, depends on when you're born, your entire life had been planned for you. So you've had someone telling you where to be, come to school, what to do when you're there, when to do it, when to eat, when to use the bathroom, what you learn, when do you leave school, what career should you pick, and then after graduation or college, either you have someone else still managing your life, which would be a professor, a teacher, someone who plans your day for you, or you just have to figure it out. So things such as being able to pay your rent on time, how to apply for a job, how to make a resume, all of these things, you just gotta figure it out. Ideally, you would have had parents who would have taught you how to make a job resume, how to apply, how to cook, how to make a schedule. Ideally, you would have had parents who taught you these things, but a lot of teenagers don't. And imagine your whole life has pretty much been managed for you, then you graduate and now you're out here in the big real world, and school prepares you for college, it prepares you for a career, and it does a good job at that, but it doesn't exactly prepare you for life. Because if your high school was anything like mine, there wasn't really much life skills training. There wasn't really much conflict resolution, how to communicate more clearly. Now, me personally, I did have a teacher. Her name was Ms. RJ, if you're watching this. She helped us with making job resumes. So she taught us how to apply for a job. But that's an exception. She did that because she asked the class, what do you guys want to learn? And we said, we want to learn how to apply for a job. So she taught us that. But the curriculum wasn't built on that. Or in other words, the only reason we learned how to do that was because she decided to teach it. And most teachers don't teach these kind of things. They just assume that you already know how to do it or that you'll figure it out. And the process of figuring it out requires a lot of trial and error. You spend a lot of your life learning the hard way when it would have been a whole lot better if we learned this stuff in high school. A lot of people say that phrase about things such as how to pay your taxes, how to pay your bills, how to manage your money, how to create your own schedule. Because after you graduate, you have 24 hours to do whatever with. And a lot of people, they get into partying, they get into a lot of self-destructive habits, when really, if we knew how to structure our day, how to make a clear schedule, time management skills, how to set a goal, how to manage our money, a lot of people would be far ahead of where they are now, but because we didn't learn these things in high school, we kind of just had to figure it out the hard way. The next thing I came to, and this is another point. I mean this with no disrespect, but a lot of people's parents didn't have or currently don't have the knowledge, skill set, and financial literacy to be able to teach their teen how to manage money properly. So it's not a blame, it's not to cast blame on anyone, but it is to say that you cannot expect somebody who wasn't taught how to do something to be able to teach their child how to do it. So in the same way, if school didn't teach someone how to do it, their home environment didn't teach someone how to do it, it's going to be pretty difficult for that child to figure it out on their own. And thankfully, now we have things like YouTube, we have the library, we have Google. So the information is there, but a lot of people don't know how to find the right information. Because a lot of the things on the internet are incorrect, but it sounds true. So a lot of people have never had access to somebody who told them the truth about how to properly manage your money. Buying a $900 crypto course is not a financially smart move. Learning how to pay your rent on time is, and a lot of people never get taught how to do that. Now, the last point is that high school social circles are way different than the real world. When you're in high school, pretty much everybody knows everyone, or there are clearly defined groups. There are the football players, there are the Pokemon card players, there are the cheerleaders, there are the robotics club. Like, there are clear, structured groups where everybody knows everybody and everybody is similar to everyone because we typically come from the same city because we go to the same school. We are probably around the same economic status. We are around the same age. And in high school, most of the people that you're going to be in 12th grade with, which is your senior year, are the same people from your junior year, from your sophomore year, from your freshman year. So you guys have known of each other, been around each other, and you can ask somebody about that person. In the real world, you can't really do that. The people that you meet are going to be complete strangers from walking down the street, your job, the bus, places that you just randomly meet people, like the gym. Yeah, we all go to the gym, but we have different reasons why we're here. We're different ages. We come from different neighborhoods. We have different life stories. Nobody introduced us. I have to introduce myself to you, and you have to want to talk to me, and we have to build a proper conversation. And in high school, it's your social circle is kind of handed to you. They tell you, hey, everyone just pair up into groups and introduce yourselves. It's a forced socialization. Whereas when you get out into the real world, you see everyone like this, and people are slouched and nobody's talking to each other. Because in high school, your social circle is handed to you. Out in the real world, you got to go figure that out for yourself. You have to learn how to build up your social skills, how to confidently talk to a stranger, how to make a stranger become a friend. And those are just a few reasons. We could go even deeper into things like how popularity doesn't really translate into the real world unless you become a mega celebrity. Like, nobody really cares that much if you were the high school football captain. Nobody really cares that much. Now, if you became an NFL quarterback, yeah, people would care about that because you're a mega celebrity. Or if you became the next Drake, yeah, people would care about that. But if you were really popular in high school and then you leave high school, most of those people, you're not going to know them in 2 years. Most of the people that you go to high school with, you're not going to know them for the rest of your life. You might know 3 of them, but unless you form like really strong social bonds in high school, all of your friends after high school, you're going to have to make new ones. People outgrow each other. People move across the country. People change. And when we're in high school, a lot of times we have this notion that we have to stay as we are. We have to keep being who we are, the way we are. But no, you don't. You can grow. You can develop. But ultimately, the goal of this video was pretty simple: to give you a bit of clarity on why you might be feeling lost and some encouragement. Because It may be difficult to go out there into the real big, serious world and figure this stuff out, but we are at a time where we are blessed with YouTube. If you don't know how to make a resume for a job, you can find a YouTube tutorial. If you don't know how much of your money from your job to save, you can find a budgeting course. You can find a free app. You can find things like that now. So it's not all doom and gloom, but it might be a little difficult, but it's possible. With that said, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. If you're looking for one-on-one coaching, you can find those links below. I help teens and young adults improve their confidence, self-belief, decision-making skills, and ultimately just give you some more guidance. If you're looking for a speaker for your organization, school, or podcast, you can contact me at lawrence@lawrencecharris.com, as well as my books and products at lawrencecharris.com. Have a good one.